You mustn't lose faith just because no one is liking your Facebook posts. It took me years before I could even get as much as 5 likes. I started slow. It's like one of those people, who you talk to and they don't really get what you're saying. They're slow. I know someone who likes to hawk up loogies intermittently, kind of like at dinner. And then swallow it while I'm trying to swallow my food. Now that's a person who doesn't get it, doesn't get it. And, they eat their boogers or they fart or, they're doing all these things. And it's a grown, mature adult we're talking about here. In the early to mid 20s. So that's going to take a time to change. It's not like one of those med beds that you see in Elysium that they say are on the way. Elysium, the movie, has med beds, and you just go into a med bed. It's like a capsule, and lots of hocus pocus happens, and you get out and you're better. And I've been doing a little bit of research, and it's said that one of the med beds is actually for limbs to grow back. Amputated limbs or disfigured limbs to make them whole again. And then the other one is for, mental conditions, like Alzheimer's, and it can make you smarter, like a cognitive upgrade. And then another one is, but also for psychological repair, and then another one is for, like, diseases, like cancer or something like that. You can obviously see how this would be a problem for things like Big Pharma, which makes a living off of keeping human beings in a permanently debilitated state, which should make you think about whether there's a invested interest in the permanently debilitated state, which should make you think about whether it creates a permanently debilitated state through all sorts of nefarious means. But a little bit off track, aren't we? I do that sometimes. I'm also slow to learn. Slow to learn. So, getting back to Facebook, when I had 5 likes, they weren't even loves, no laugh reacts. It's gotta go slow. So if you're like that person who hawks up loogies at dinner and farts and eats boogers, and you have to learn decorum, and it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen slowly. It's not an instantaneous med bed reconfiguration of the molecular structure of deep tissues and organs and all that. Neurons. Now you may feel like you want to get some coaching about the number of Facebook likes that you get. I could coach you. First, let me see if this... Oh, that's so much... I can breathe now. If you want to get more likes on Facebook, you gotta make sure the people who are visiting your page are your tribe. So if you're really into victimhood, get a bunch of victims for friends. And you can make these posts about how you're chronically victimized by everything. Because when you're a victim, you can just basically choose anything to be a victim by. And I've seen people take it to great heights, or or depths, victimized by mosquitoes, which probably makes a little bit of sense up to a point, but then ants, which again, if they're fire ants, maybe. But then, totally harmless creatures, like butterflies being victimized by a butterfly. How do you get victimized by a butterfly? Well, this one person who I know about, controversial figure, says that the butterflies are essentially patriarchy. Because the way that the caterpillar reinvents itself as a butterfly is the way that patriarchy reinvents itself through the ages. Yeah, finds all these different incarnations, which is just like novel, and it's the butterfly emerging from the chrysalis of the caterpillar. So essentially, we're victimized by caterpillars. Butterflies. The caterfly. The caterpillar-butterfly nexus, otherwise known as the caterfly. If you want friends like that on Facebook, it's not difficult to find them. You can kind of go to anybody's wall and see somebody who's talking about one political identity, socioeconomic identity, being oppressed by another. Click on that person's name, go to their profile and friend them. And then make sure that you make comments on their page that they can see that you resonate with their victim identity. So that's not hard. I can teach you how to do that. It's very simple. I do charge for that. First of all, I'm not victimizing you by charging you anything, okay? I have to put bread on the table, so I'm not just oppressing you by asking for money. I need to make money somehow. I can make money doing something really physical, or I can do it online. I can teach you how to find other victims so that you guys can be friends. Be careful, though. I'll just mention this in passing, but people who are addicted to victimhood don't make for the best friends. So, there's that. I don't remember. Oh yeah, we're talking about how to get more likes on Facebook. Talking about your wounds. Saying how you failed. Saying how you tried one thing, it didn't work, and now you've seen the light. And while you're talking about that failed thing, try to appeal to as many failures as possible. Really get other people to identify with you. Make it about the failed teaching instead of your ability to fulfill the teaching. I saw that recently. I thought that was quite interesting. It reminds me of a Zen master who was saying that people want to change Zen, and the master is like, it's not about changing Zen. You need to change to fit Zen, because obviously if 1 million people wanted to change Zen, there would be 1 million Zens, and then it wouldn't be Zen. And that's not even a Zen statement, that's just truth. It would almost be like a Zen thing if you were a superficial Zen student who would say, 1 million Zens is Zen. No, it's not. Zen is Zen. It's not Hinduism. It's not Islam. It's not Judaism. It's not Christianity. I can help you. I may not be able to help you with things that matter, but I can help. I'm here to serve. I'm small-minded. I don't have a big mind. I'm not feeble-minded. I'm petty-minded. I'm not dim-witted. I'm not a midwit. I'm not an intellectual. I'm just run-of-the-mill. But I can help you. See, there's a whole slew of individuals in the middle of the bell curve that need help. I can help them. They're not going anywhere special with their lives, but neither am I. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything important, but I can help you not go anywhere. I can help you not do anything important, because if you're in the middle of the bell curve like me, you're not invested in any kind of evolution. You don't want to get to the bottom of the bell curve in front of everybody else. That's oppressive. If you're more gifted than anyone else, you are oppressing those who are not as gifted as you. See, I can help you with that. I can help you not oppress other people by simply being in the middle of the bell curve. Okay, true. Yeah, I know. Alright, so I'm gonna come clean. I had a conversation with a guy who said that the people in the middle of the bell curve oppress people with their own gifts. They're oppressing the people on the other end, the low end of the bell curve. So me being run-of-the-mill, average, and mediocre, everyday kind of guy oppresses retards. I mean, you can't even say retards, so. You can't say retards. What's wrong with you, man? You can't say that. Seriously, though, man, you need to be re-educated. You can't say retards. Well, excuse me, you're saying retards right now, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying retards right now. But I'm saying retards to tell you that you can't say retards. Retard. No. That last retard was not a rhetorical thing. You said that unprovoked. Okay? Don't even pretend. You called me a retard and slipped it in there at the end of the bell curve. Okay, see what you're doing to me now? You're playing the funny games, man. But you rolled up on the wrong dude. You do not play funny games with me. Because I'm not even on the bell curve. You cannot play the funny games with me, Mr. Bell Curve. What? First you call me retard, and now you're calling me Mr. Bell Curve. And we're gonna have words, Mr. Bell Curve. So you are in here, in this cafe, writing up your little masterpiece about mediocrity. You tap on the window and you signal me to come in. It's my day off. The world's fucked up and in shambles and crumbling all around me, so I figure I might make a new friend. Don't take advantage of my generosity, Mr. Bell Curve retard. Okay, I'm confused. Why can you call me a retard, but I can't use the word retard? And keep it down. There are other people here. I'm not on the bell curve. I can say what I want. You, however, are on the bell curve. You cannot say what you want. Okay? I get away with whatever I want because I don't play the game. Alright, so help me understand something. You roll up in here with your cowboy boots and your cowboy hat and your blue jeans and your leather belt and your whatever those are called, paisley, and your vest. How come you got all this kind of confidence that you're something special, and I, on the meantime, it's an uphill climb. Well, it shouldn't be an uphill climb for you if you're at the top of the bell curve right in the middle. You got the retards behind you and the gifted people in front of you. Yeah, but what you were saying earlier on in the conversation is that I'm gifted when you compare me to the retards. I just told you something, man. You need to listen to me clearly. You're not allowed to say that word. I am allowed to say that word. You are not. Right now, you are oppressive, and you're a bigot. I'm not a bigot, man. I'm actually just saying that there are people at the bottom end of the bell curve who could be called retarded. Yeah, we don't use that word anymore in the common parlance. It's been eliminated. It's been deleted from the vocabulary. All right, fine. So what do I do about the fact that I'm more gifted than those people that we formerly called retards? No. Now you need to listen to me closely, or you are going to get hammered. Someone's going to knock you off. Once they find out that you are talking like this, that's no mas for you, okay? So tone down the vocabulary and talk the way that I tell you to talk, all right? I'm doing this for your own good. You called me in, you knocked on the window, and said, come on, I'm here. I'm informing you of the way it's got to be for your own safety. This is not an accident. This is what they call synchronicity. Here I am. I'm in the trenches, man. I'm in the trenches. I am trying to figure this out. And just when I am about to throw my hands up in despair, I look out and I see you, Mr. Cowboy. And I'm thinking to myself, that's a guy who could probably help me. I don't know why I said that or I thought that, but you read people, their energy. And sure enough, well, I do find you very helpful. Well, good. Now, I want to tell you a thing or two. I don't share this with everybody, but you need to get off of that entire bell curve thing. You need to get off of the spectrum entirely, because we're already looking at the fact that you are average and that you don't even understand that you can't say the words that you've been saying as long as you're on the bell curve. As long as you're on the bell curve, my man, you are a midwit. You're a dimwit. You're feeble-minded. You're average. You're mediocre. Get off of that bell curve. Get off of that spectrum. And you and me can start talking about things that are meaningful. Not whether people get 5 likes or more on Facebook, not whether you can prevent them from doing anything monumental with their lives, because you're doing nothing monumental with your lives. You are the only dimwit that are monetizing pure mediocrity, total mediocrity. Like, you say to people, pay me $200 an hour and I'll make sure you go nowhere with your life. That's ingenious, and it's insane, and only stupid people would do that. But evidently you're going to attract stupid people, because stupid is as stupid does. Alright, but I'm not stupid compared to the retards. Stop it, man, you can't say that word. I must be stupid then if I keep saying that word. Yeah, you're a bigot. Now eat the croissant, bigot. What croissant are you talking about? Eat the bat, bigot. Bat? What bat? See? You think I'm talking to you like you're on the bell curve. But I'm talking to you from off the bell curve. I'm not on the bell curve. I'm not on that spectrum. I say shit you can't even comprehend it. I'm not talking the way you think I'm talking. I'm coming from a different view. Different world, different reality. See, in your reality, everything is oppressing everything else. You can't even walk around without being oppressed by a butterfly. Whoa. How did you know? I told you. I am not on the spectrum. Okay? Capiche? I'm not on the bell curve. So I know shit. I'm plugged in to a database that you cannot comprehend. Huh? You can't comprehend that. I look like some kind of cowboy to you. Listen, bell curve. Is that some mirage? Camouflage. I can't walk around here. In my true garb, I can't walk around like that. I got some options. I happen to like the cowboy look. I happen to think it actually suits me. Nice. But then again, you would not know because you're on the spectrum. You're on the bell curve. You believe in all this. You can't even see me for what I am. You just see a cowboy. And that's fine, but at least you see something. I'll grant you that. You know something, bell curve? You and me could do some great things if you decide to get off of the spectrum. Because even though you're a midwit, and you think the thoughts that other people teach you to think, everything you see on TV, news, you do got some potential. Anybody's got potential, and I gotta say you've got potential. What happens is, it's like teaching an elephant to climb a tree. It ain't gonna work. Okay, bell curve? As long as you are still in that mentality of the spectrum of the bell curve, you're gonna be like an elephant climbing a tree. You ain't gonna be no genius. And the only reason that you're at the top of the bell curve right there in the center is you're not too stupid. But it's the wrong setup for you. That's why you're not at the bottom of the bell curve on the gifted side. So you're right there. And you found a way to monetize it. Okay. I'll grant you that that's somewhat innovative. You want to monetize the fact that you're average. Okay, do that. But why are you alive, Mr. Bell Curve? Are you just here to make money? Well, I don't even know why I would be here otherwise than to make money. You trying to tell me that there's something else other than money? I can't see it, can't hear it, can't feel it. Money gets me everything that I want. And, yeah. I mean, what else would there be besides money? Alright. That's pretty abysmal, I gotta tell you. But, we'll take it from there. Tell me, Bell Curve. What is it that money buys? Well, it buys whatever I want. Alright, let's go deeper, Bell Curve. Why do you want a car that looks... Why do you want a Ferrari? Oh, because, Ferraris look awesome and they drive fast and they're good for the chicks. It's a status symbol. They go faster, more powerful. Good for the chicks, that's right. You're more powerful. The chicks come. It's faster. Maybe I already said that. It looks good. It's status. It's all that. What you're talking about, Bell Curve, is that you buy a Ferrari and you feel better. Am I right? Yeah? It's all about how you're feeling. Yeah? But that's what the money is buying you, Bell Curve. It's buying you a feeling. Okay. Alright. I make money, I buy a Ferrari, and I'm buying a feeling. Is that what you're saying? That is precisely what I'm saying, Bell Curve. Well, that is different. I never thought that I was buying feelings. Huh. Well, if I can buy a feeling, but then the feelings change, then I gotta get more money to get another feeling or a better feeling or the same feeling, something like that, right? You're picking up. You're getting it, Bell Curve. That's exactly right. You gotta keep on making money to keep on getting the feelings that you want. The feelings don't last forever, so you gotta keep on making money. Yeah, that's the truth. And you think the more money you make, the bigger and the better the feelings that you feel. Isn't that right, Bell Curve? I did not think about it that way, so I can't guarantee that that's what I was talking about. It is what you were talking about, whether you realize it or not. Okay, alright. So, when you tell me about getting off of the spectrum, or off the Bell Curve, which apparently is my name now, it is your name, Bell Curve. So, how does that relate to what you're talking about, Mr. Cowboy? Very good. Very good. You are now understanding the relationship between money and feeling. Now, you heard that Beatles song, am I right? The Beatles song. You can't buy me love. You can't buy me love. You can't buy me love. Everybody tells me so. You can't buy me love. Yeah, I know that song. You don't have to sing it to me. I like that song a little bit. I think it's something about it. It goes right into the soul. Yeah, it's good. So, I need to have a feeling that has nothing to do with money. Oh, Bell Curve, now you're really starting to wake up, aren't you? It's happening. It's happening right up here. The lightning is jumping from one neuron to the other, making those synaptic connections. Nice. Good job. Precisely. How does this have to do with anything? Now you're getting it. No, but seriously, that doesn't answer my question. At all. I don't know. can't imagine what you're talking about. That's right, bell curve. That is precisely the case. That is exactly what I am talking about. You can't imagine anything that I'm talking about right now. Do you want to know why? You want to know? It's because it's not on the bell curve. Bell curve. Off the spectrum entirely. So here you are on the spectrum, monetizing mediocrity, getting people more likes on Facebook, basically working within the framework of the victim. Right? That was one of your big things, your big projects, how to cater to the victim in every person. You weren't concerned with getting them out of victimhood because you didn't have that notion that anything like that was possible. You never thought about it before. Why? Because you didn't see the connection between feeling and money. And now I'm explaining it to you. Yeah, but this is like rocket science, man. It's way over my head. It's not way over your head. It's not way over your head. Let me explain something to you. When I'm not wearing this cowboy outfit and I'm somewhere else, I want to tell you where I'm at. I'm on another plane of reality. And I am enjoying so much feeling that has got nothing to do with money. Bell curve. So when I show up among you, Midwits, here at the center of the bell curve, and all of your enterprises, you know, your average behavior, I think to myself, I really gotta turn these guys on. I gotta show them the lightning inside the other plane, where reality is just a pure feeling. Bliss, love, being, consciousness, source, the heart, whatever words you want to use, they all fit from a different angle. And here you are at your laptop in a cafe, brainstorming on how to monetize victimhood. This is midwittery. He sees fuckery. Okay? The most sublime state inside has got nothing to do with money. Although when you discover that sublime state, my man, and you get yourself off that spectrum, get yourself off that bell curve, that changes the game. So that whenever you do come back, it's a different affair altogether. You're in the marketplace in a way that you were not in the marketplace before. Okay? So at that point, you're not trying to sell likes to people on Facebook, right? You're not trying to tell them how they can do nothing with their lives and be satisfied. You're not trying to coach them on how they can become even better victims. Instruct them how to go nowhere and then charge them exorbitant rates for your coaching. No, retard. Absolutely not. We're going to take you off of the bell curve altogether. Remove you from the spectrum of insanity. We're going to plug you in to something so magnificent, something so sublime, that you'll never be a victim again.